Hello world, I'm author Girly G, checking in. Trisexual available now on Amazon.com. Make sure you go and get that. And if you already got that, I thank you so much for the support, for the love, the positive feedback, the negative feedback, the love, the hate especially, because even when you hate me, you love me so much. Because you try so hard to make other people not support me that you don't realize that you my biggest supporter. So I thank all the haters who hate on this, what I'm about to say now, who hate on anything that I do or ever done. Thank you so much. Boss bitches coming soon. Drugs, money, murder, and mayhem. Make sure you be on the lookout for that. The whole 305 Miami-Dade County stand up. But I came to bring to y'all some real true street shit, whether it affected you in some type of way, whether you're on the inside looking out, on the outside looking in, it had some type of impact on your life. So everybody gotta feel me on this one. So go a little something like this. Take a walk with me through my city, your life, my life, just life itself. I'm gonna open up my heart to y'all and lend y'all my eyes so y'all can see what I see when I look into the streets. When I look out my window as I'm rolling through the hood, when I look into the eyes of the youth, the dying public, or the people that's out there bleeding, needing our help. This is my way of explaining emotions expressed through a tear in words that try to define how life is through death. I cry sometimes because I'm sometimes the one with a gun to my head screaming, save me from this infested ghetto, filled with rats, roaches, gunshots, dead bodies, drugs, hookers, AIDS, betrayal, lies, deceit, greed, and hell. I die sometimes because I'm sometimes the one with no air in my lungs, no beat in my heart, just a tag on my toe and a casket headed 6 feet under. I cry sometimes because I'm sometimes the mom of that son that didn't follow where I led, but instead followed the thugs that led him to believe the streets was where he belonged. It wasn't long before the same street blocks where he sold white rocks, his body lay disfigured, outlined by white chalk. I die sometimes because I'm sometimes that little girl getting molested by my stepfather. My mom is so influenced by his lies and too in love to realize the pain filled in my eyes. Underneath my skin it hides, deep within my soul is where it lies, but actually on my sleeve is where it resides. Her heart knows the truth, yet she rather lose me than lose him, so she ignores my cries. I cry sometimes because I'm sometimes that 17-year-old girl with 2 kids. No baby daddy, no parents, just 3 mouths to feed off one piece of bread. Forced to steal and degrade herself just to get by. It's like that when you have no help, no love, only legs opening, very easy for a little cheese. Never achieve, only receive more semen and conceive more seeds that you can't feed. Damn, I die sometimes because I sometimes sit at home looking at the same white walls, digesting the same pills with the virus with no cure invading me. So anyway, I'm waiting to be killed, isolated by my peers due to their fears. So tell me, what's the point of living if I can't really live? I cry sometimes because I sometimes watch my mom get high. It's like she loves to high more than she does me. It's sad. She doesn't care if I eat. I'm not even a teen, just 9 years old, and it's all that I know. How can I grow with no one to show me a dream, and that it's more to life than just being a fiend? I die sometimes because I'm sometimes that dope fiend, craving to be clean, but when that itch starts scratching me, there's nothing I can do but submit to the adrenaline. That poison shooting up through my veins, then up to my brain is a high I can't even explain. And without it, I can't even maintain. I cry sometimes because it gets hard and lonely sometimes behind those bars, especially when you've been set up and the feds don't believe you. They just pick any black man to fit the description just so the file can say case closed. Lord knows I'm innocent, but they still find a way to claim me and make me guilty. I die sometimes because I'm sometimes that husband that's been laid off due to the falling economy. Now I'm struggling to make ends meet. I'm doing the best that I can, but it's still not enough to fulfill my family's needs. How can I go home empty-handed when they're depending on me? How can I let my kids live with no food, no lights, no water? What kind of man would I be? I cry sometimes because I'm sometimes that hobo that took a loss and couldn't pay rent. Now I'm forced to leave, forced to make a bed on the street with the rats I must sleep, with a stick as my fork and a leaf as my sheet. Dirty clothes, one sock, and no shoes on my feet. I die sometimes because I'm sometimes that father that wants to provide, but my rights is what she denies. Because at night I refuse to lie by her side. Lies, child support, restraining orders she applies with the law on her side. To destroy my life is what she decides. My time she deprives. With the one that's really losing is the child we divide. I cry sometimes because I lose sleep when drugs are being sold on every block and on every corner store. They even in school they rolling dice, picking sex, having sex and picking fights. The street life is all they know, converting A students to gang members, from valedictorian to horn. The team captain turned drug lord. I wake up and it's not a dream. It's just simply my reality. I die sometimes because I'm sometimes that rape victim with low self-esteem, faded dreams in the back of my mind. Not far from suicide, in my mind, I try to hide, but I lost respect for myself. I'm paranoid. I don't know what to do when I don't know what I'm worth. So I open up my legs and accept the abuse. When all I want is help, I'm too ashamed to follow through. I'm too weak to stand up. So I sit back, I look in the mirror, and can't even recognize the person staring back. I cry sometimes because my rent due, my check late, my lights off, my fridge empty, and all I got is 2 pennies down. Food stamps can't pay bills. Gas ain't cheap. They won't give me a raise after 10 years of hard labor, and I'm still making minimum wage. And they say I'm not a slave. Well, what's the definition? Whether it's getting whips on my back or slammed by taxes, they didn't get rid of it. They just chose a less obvious method to express it. Whether they enslave the body or the mind, it all coincides. So open up your eyes and recognize reality. So that was just a little something, man, I wrote a while back. I wanted to share that with y'all. Trisexual out now on Amazon.com. Make sure you go and get that if you don't got that already. Sex, 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 and more sex. If you like sex, you gotta have that. Boss bitches, drugs, money, murder, and mayhem. That'll be out real soon, man. Make sure y'all support that. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. And follow me on Twitter at Author Girly G. You can find me on Facebook, Author Girly G, or Trisexual the book at gmail.com. That's my email. You can find me on Facebook through that email. But if you got any questions, any feedback, or anything, you can hit me on my other email, authorgirlyg at aol.com. So just show your support, show your love. Thanks y'all for opening up y'all ears and listening to this right now. And anybody that support me, I love you. I love you to death. Thanks, and I'm out. Chill.